Hi guys, it's me again, Cooking with Pouncy. Thank you so much for tuning in to Cooking with Pouncy. If it's your first time, please come back again. You guys hit that like button and tell me what you think. And pass it on as you see fit and let me know what you think as well. Okay? So again, tonight we're going to do chicken fricassee. Started out a French thing, French chicken stew I guess it was, but we're going to just put it together, and I'm going to call it chicken fricassee. Here's our ingredients for this chicken fricassee. I've already got my green peppers and onions diced and washed and diced here. My chicken, of course, and I'm going to, I held back on that particular one there. I'm going to show you how to bone that out. It's very easy to do that. Those of you who hasn't seen my video with the boning out process, I'll show you that one. I've got some coarse ground black pepper here. I've got some regular iodized salt here. I've got some minced garlic here. I've got some leftover rice, actually, is what I'm going to serve this on top of. I've got some butter here as well, so I'm going to braise my chicken off in this butter. And what else do I have here? I've got some flour, of course. I'm going to make a roux for the whole dish here as I let that simmer. And again, this is going to take about an hour for the whole to completion, I should say, for this whole dish here, guys, okay? So let's just put this back over here. My cutting board is clean, and I didn't touch any of that stuff with the chicken and all. You guys know about all that, okay? So let's just grab this one right. Oh, one of the things I wanted to show you, too, I've got that, I'll show you on this one. I've got the chicken fat and skin right here. I'm going to throw that in my Dutch oven over there too. I like that flavor that's going to come out of that. You guys know what I'm talking about, okay? So let's just take this one, excuse me, and I'm going to, here's the bone right here. That's the old thigh bone. And again, this is very simple, taking the very tip of my boning knife here, and I'm going to run right along the bone. I can feel it with the tip of the knife, guys, those of you who hadn't done this. Again, this is really simple. This is real time too, guys, okay? Turn it around, and we're going to go here like this. Cooking with Pouncy look like he's being reckless, but I'm not. I'm right on the bone, okay, with that knife, right on the bone with the tip of it. Now I'm going to flip it over again. I'm going to stick the knife all the way through underneath, if you will, like this. Okay, I'm still feeling it. Turn the knife over, and I'm going to do that. Coming out the end like that, guys, okay? Back underneath again. I can feel meat. I want to stay on the bone, which is what I just did, okay? All right. And here we go. I'm on the bone. See what I'm doing, guys, I hope? A lot of people say, I don't know how to bone. It's really simple, okay? And I could have been done if I wasn't talking. So I'm going to square the end of it off, which is what I just did. A little cartilage there. I'm going to take that out of there. All right. All right. That's that, okay? Let's just put this out of sight, out of mind here. All right. Now, got a little vein right here I want to take out because it's ugly. Let's just do that too. Okay, I'm done essentially, okay, guys? All right, guys, here we go. My butter's already nice and hot, and you want it hot. And we're going to sear these, okay? We are going to sear these, and we just want that color, nice color. All I've got on these chicken thighs is salt and pepper, okay? I think 4 is going to be perfect here, too. There's some salt and pepper is all I got on them. And here's that fat or skin I was telling you about as well. Let's put that in there for flavor. As that melts down, too, okay? Good, all right. Okay. We're going to just let that do its thing. I mind my heat here. I don't want that to burn. I just want it nice and brown, and that's what it's going to do here, guys. So I'm going to play with the heat a little bit to make sure I don't get it too hot. So as to get that butter burned, it won't do that. It will do that if I leave it too high, I guess. But all right, so next time you see this chicken, it's going to be in a little bit here, because it's probably only going to take me about, oh gosh, 10 minutes maybe at the most. I'm going to do maybe 5 minutes on each side, and I'll come back with you so that you can see what I did to it. And once again, I'm looking for a nice brown, okay? Like I thought I'd come back just a second here. I forgot an item here. Heavy cream. I was going to use it, and I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to. It's going to make it a lot richer as well. You don't have to put this in there, but I'm going to be using some heavy cream, so that's why I needed to show it to you, all right? All right, guys. It's looking pretty good here. It's been about 8 minutes total. I think you can see that nice color here, which is what I'm after. This one is browner than these, and that's fine too. But they're good. They're good. They're looking good. Here are those little pieces I put in there with the chicken fat, if you will, that was shrink. And of course all that wonderful flavors now in the pan here, okay? So, these are looking good, all right? You know, I didn't really have to bone these out, guys. You don't have to bone them. I think they eat, that's going to sound weird, they eat better with the bones if you just slice them when you're eating them. So, but I boned them out because I think it'd be better eating, if you will, by having to slice them rather than wrestling with a bone. Enough said, okay? All right, I'm going to take these out right now. So they're ready. They are ready. I got the color I need here. Okay? Looking good. I like it when the grease spatters in my face, which it just did, but that's okay too. Cooking with Pouncy can handle it. All right, there they are, guys, okay? And just for a little bit here, guys, I'm gonna saute my vegetables, and then I'll put there they are, okay? Give them a little crackling chicken there, guys. I'm gonna turn my heat down a little bit here, and go ahead on now and get my vegetables in here, get them nice and translucent. And I'm gonna put this together. Get my flour in there too, ultimately. That's smelling pretty good, guys. I'm going to throw a little garlic in a little bit too. I don't want the garlic to burn. That's why I'm not going to put it in there just now. It'll be in another minute or two though, okay? And again, I'm just going to sprinkle some flour in there. And that flour and that fat that's in there now with the butter, it's going to be a roux, as you guys know what a roux is. It's looking good, okay? I'm just trying to make sure I don't forget something else that I should have told you, for God's sakes. And again, as I ad lib, as Cooking with Pouncy does. So here's my broth for the stock that I'm going to be using as well, guys, okay? Let me shake that up. I always keep one of these in my refrigerator, one beef and one chicken. What do you think of that, guys? Just trying to get them translucent. That's smelling pretty good, guys. And I'm just going to put a smidget of garlic in there. I don't know what a smidget is, but let's call it a smidget because it's going to be about, the tip of the spoon here, okay? And about half a teaspoon. All right? Oops. It happens, guys. It happens. Got that garlic in there now. And that flavor's starting to come through. I can smell it. I know you can't, but I can. Looking good. Another minute, guys, okay? Onions are getting translucent. And I'm going to go into that sauce at a little al dente. All right. And this is by sight, guys. I'm not measuring this. As you guys have watched Cooking with Pouncy making a roux, you know what that means. It's kind of sort of 50-50. Your fat, your oil, or your butter and your flour. Something akin to that. All right, I'm going to start shaking my flour in there, guys. All right. To make my roux. It's going to be fine. You don't want to get too thick. You don't want too thin either. And we're going to call that 1/4 of a cup. That's less than 1/4 of a cup. I want to go for 1/4 of a cup, though. Okay. Let's call that 1/4 of a cup, guys. That's what you're going to see in the ingredient list as I shake more in there. All right, we're going to let that flour start to brown just a little bit. Then I'll add my chicken stock. Getting the scrapings off the pan, which is a good thing because that's good stuff. It's looking good, guys. And I've got enough flour in there just to coat the onions and pepper. And again, I'm going to start adding my stock here to make my sauce or gravy. That chicken's going to go back in it. I'm going to cover it. And we're going to let that cook probably, I'd say 45 minutes. And let's start adding this to it. I'll turn my heat up a little bit. And this is going to thicken, as you know, guys. I'm just going to call that a cup and a half now. And again, all I want to do is get it thick here. I'm not trying to make a pot full of gravy. I'm going to call that enough right now. Let it thicken till it gets as thick as it's going to get before I put my chicken in there. That's some good stuff, guys. All right. And again, I'm scraping the bottom of that pan where the little crusty stuff was. And it's called deglazing it, so that's what I'm doing with that. I'm going to look at my cupboard after I shut down to see if I got a can of mushrooms. I noticed it's sin to be using canned mushrooms, but I don't have any fresh ones, guys. And I do think I want some mushrooms in here. Ooh. It's looking good, guys. Looking good. I'll be seasoning it again, too, guys. I'll put a little more salt and pepper in it because I know it's going to need it. I need a little more chicken broth as well because it's getting pretty thick. So that's good. It is simple, guys. I could have been done with this if I wasn't talking, for God's sakes. Let's put a little more salt in here. You want your sodium, guys. That broth has got salt in it as well, okay? And let's put a little more pepper in there, too. And this is to taste. Okay. That's looking pretty good, guys. I could dump some rosemary in there, some thyme in there, but you don't need all of that. You want to get it quick on the table so you can eat. Okay? All right, let's check the old salt and pepper deal. It tastes good. The chicken's already seasoned too, guys, and again, that's why I say as well, watch your sodium. That chicken's already seasoned. The broth has got salt in it, and I'll just sprinkle a little more salt and pepper in it, right? Chicken fricassee. Chicken fricassee. All right, looking good. I'm going to shake my little whipping creamer thing up here, my heavy cream, and I'm going to put some cream in there. Probably going to put 1/4 of a cup of cream in there is all, guys, okay? And again, that cream is going to give it some rich flavor. That's what that cream is going to do. All right, now I don't want it boiling like that. I'm going to turn it down some. Let's put some cream in there. Not a whole lot, about 1/4 of a cup, okay? That looks good. That looks good. That's about 1/4 of a cup. Almost look like chicken a la king, for God's sakes. A little more taste here. Tasting good, guys. I taste that chicken. And the chicken's not even in there, for God's sake. I did look at my cupboard, and I've got some mushroom stems and pieces here. And again, I would put fresh mushrooms if I had them. And I don't, so here you go. Okay? Don't tell anybody you're cooking with Pouncy, cooking with canned mushrooms, for God's sake. All right, that's looking even better. And a little mushroom color in there. And now we're going to put our chicken in there. Let's put our chicken in here. It's looking good, guys. I'm telling you right now. Let's just put those chicken pieces in there. Can you guys guess what I'm going to do with all that juice right there? I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that back in here too. I don't think I need those pieces in there. Yeah, I look like chicken crackling. All right, guys. Okay. Looking good. I'm going to turn down the simmer now. Again, 40, 45 minutes from now. This is going to be done, guys. And when next you see it, it's going to be all done. And I'm going to have all this grease wiped off my range as well. So I'm going to let it go there all by its own self. And I'll be back and ready to plate it up next time you see it, guys. Here we go. Actually, it's been cooking, simmering, if you will, for 35 minutes. I had set my timer for 45 minutes. I know that chicken's done with the, with the pre-cooking and the braising it off and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, this is it. It looks really good and it smells really scrumptious. And it's going to be very good. I'm going to, again, serve that over some rice that I had left over, heated. And I got to do what the thing tells me to do here. Anyway, that's it, guys. It looks really good and it smells really good, okay? And then when next you see this, it'll be ready for plate presentation. And I'll show you that in just a few minutes. All right, guys, here it is. Chicken fricassee, okay? And it looks really, really good, and it smells really good as well. Guys, thank you so much for, plates are hot, tuning in to Cooking with Pouncy for this fricassee. And I don't know why I got to pick them both up like this, but I didn't want to drop it, okay? We're going to have that for dinner, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to Cooking with Pouncy. If you like what you see, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Tell me what you think as well, and pass this on as you see fit. Until next time, guys, we'll see you then. Thank you again for tuning in. Good night.